know, I try really hard to be funny for you guys. But when it's 4 in the morning and I've redone this intro 4 times because the microphone just decided not to work, or the camera angle was like a weird Dutch angle for some reason, I don't know why, because the tripod maybe is stupid, I start to lose my patience. So I was gonna do like this intro where I pop up in front of the camera, kind of like this, have like a beer in my hand, and I'm drinking the beer, and I'm like, what's up dudes, totally radical, we're gonna look at the manliest set of army men ever, which we're still doing, and then I'm just like, what's the manliest set of army men ever? And then I get revealed that, and I'm just like, well, those aren't very manly at all. In fact, those figures, it's like they weren't even made for boys. And then you're revealed that this is the April Fool's video. This is the April Fool's video. April Fools. It's not manly. These aren't manly army men. I'm sorry if you didn't pick up that this is the April Fool's video and you were like,
what is the manliest set of army men ever, Commander?
And then now you've clicked on it and you're looking at this right here, and you're just like, well, those army men aren't very manly at all. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry that I don't have the manliest set army men ever. I'm sorry I can't solve the problems in the Middle East. I'm sorry that I have all these army men. I'm sorry. Really, that's for myself. I don't even know where they come from anymore. I just look and they're just everywhere. They're all over the place. Where did these come from? Anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into the video.
Okay, maybe this isn't the most manly set of toy army men, but they are made by Sunny Days Entertainment, the company responsible for the modern soldiers that we love so much. So, in a way, they're technically army men? I think I'll stick with the term army men adjacent. Sunny Days Entertainment was founded in 2012, and they're another one of those novelty toy companies. Bubble blowers, cap guns, army men, the list goes on and on. There's nothing wrong with these classic toys, of course. Timmy could also be considered one of these companies that made cheapo toys, but Sunny Days is perhaps the newest kid on the block when it comes to these toys. I was actually surprised to find that Sunny Days makes a wide variety of products, as well as being the owners of several brands. I actually didn't know that Toy Manliest, the company responsible for Five Below and Walmart's cheapo toys, was actually one of their subsidiaries. They also do tons of licensed themes like Batman toys and Harry Potter, just to name a few. What is perhaps the most surprising to me is that Sunny Days is the manufacturer behind the popular Honeybee Acres line. This is a collection that popped up on the old TikTok quite a bit for its cute and cuddly characters that come with an assortment of shops, homes, cars, and accessories for you to live out your fantasies of being a furry. This unicorn bucket is the newest and oddest one I've seen. It's like they were like, what a little girl's like, and some other executive who probably makes way too much money was like, ponies and unicorns? Then they called the meeting a day. They shook hands, everyone clapped, Obama was there, and the toy was made. They have a bigger bucket for these, but to my knowledge, you can only find it online.
So, it's 3 a.m., right? I'm slapping this together, trying to get it ready for you guys, and I start reviewing the footage, and none of the audio picked up. The microphone was plugged in just enough to tell me that there was a microphone, but not enough to pick up the audio, and it canceled out everything. I love being alive, but anyway, things happen. Regardless, today we're going to be taking a look at the Unicorn Dreamland Fun Bucket. So, the Unicorn Dreamland Bucket. Now, if you ask me, this is more like a nightmare, okay? I could not imagine waking up to this horror monstrosity. But, so this is a set that's made mostly for girls, or at least I hope it is. But, yeah, we get a lot of really cool stuff here, and the main focus is going to be the unicorns. So it looks like we get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 different unicorns, 5 or 6, so we'll just take a look at those one at a time. So we get this one right here, and they all come in shades of pink and purple, so very feminine colors, although I love purple, so call me whatever you want. So these are actually really nicely sculpted. So the hair, the mane looks really good. We see the lines right here on the horn. You can barely make that out on the camera. The eyes look really good. And there's a lot of detailing on the side and the tail too. It's just that some of these feel a little cheap. Like this one right here kind of just feels real skinny, like I take the wings off. So that's kind of skinny, at least to me, just a little bit. But what do I know, right? I'm just a toy guy. But, yeah, very, very cool. And you get tons of these wings. Literal tons of them. In fact, half the set are these wings and these pieces right here. Like, what even is this? I guess it's like a little gate, fence, whimsical magic. So does everything in the Unicorn Dreamland have to be so whimsical? That even the mundanity of just a plain fence has to be all elaborate and Victorian like this? Like, does it really? And we get this in 2 different colors. We also get it in white and, I want to say teal. Yeah, I'm just going to say teal. If you want to scold me for my lack of color knowledge, go ahead. But to me, it looks like a police barrier. This makes me think of like a police barrier, like there's a crime scene in the Unicorn Dreamland that they're blockading, that the Unicorn Police are like keeping everyone away from. Like if this were My Little Pony and there was like a murder in My Little Ponyville, whatever it's called, like Applejack killed Spike or something, this is what they would use to block pedestrians away from the scene of the crime. I'm just saying. But anyway, I digress. We also get a little pony. So this is really cool. And it has wings on the side. The wings that come with these are just a little too big for it. But again, super nice detail, just like the other horses. Really nice mane. I also really like how the mane's a lot shorter and less elaborate than the grown horse mane. Or grown unicorn. Sorry if there's any unicorns watching this. I don't want to offend you guys. I know y'all are a very large percentage of my audience. But anywho, we also get this one right here who's doing a sick wheelie. A horse equivalent of a wheelie. Again, unicorn, catch myself. Don't want to offend the unicorns watching this. But again, and the last one is this one right here who's kind of looking behind himself as if he just heard this fairy right here talking some smack. Just, what did you say to me? What? Ah, horse kick, lost off her teeth. So let's take a look at those fairies, shall we? I knew a fairy once, wasn't a very nice guy. But anyway, we get quite a few. I only got 6, but they come in quite a few poses. In fact, to be honest, personally, I think they should forego some of these, get rid of them, and just do more fairies. Personally, that's what I think they should do. But what do I know? Again, I'm not a toy guy or anything. But yeah, the fairies also come in pink and purple. We get this one right here, that looks like her arms, and she's pushing her dress to the side. That looks like a bunch of flowers at her feet. But again, from the back, it looks really weird, right? This looks like a bug, like a dragonfly or a mosquito hawk. Like if it flew onto my hand, I would just fell to the floor. But we also have one of those in purple, same girl. Then we get this one right here, looking all angelic, looking all nice, looking striking that pose as Venus did, coming out of the clamshell in the ocean. Very, very nice. And the back, lots of nice detailing on the wings. Again, that's what I really like about this set. Even though it's a cheapo $5 bucket, we still get tons of detail, which I'm going to pull aside because this is a good moment just to show you some scale. Here's an Imperial, just toy army soldier. They sold forever. Next to it. And it's like slightly smaller than 132. I would say this is more like 148 or even 150 in scale. So if you want to, be immersed while combining them while you're playing around, that may not happen. But I also want to talk about, here's this Imperial soldier. So as much as I love the Imperial Army men, they aren't super detailed, right? Like, especially the years that they produced these, you can tell the mold machines were kind of smoothing out. You can tell the figures they were making after so much time weren't as detailed as they were. But these right here are really, really nice. The plastic's even nicer. Just that some of them are kind of thin, which feels like a cop-out. And that might be because they do less pieces. The Imperial figures, when they sold those a long time ago, came in I think a 55-piece count. However, these right here, this is only 40 pieces. So maybe with that lower piece count, they're able to put more effort into each individual figure. So, but anyway, moving right along, we get this fairy right here doing a little dance. She has one leg kicked back up. She's striking that really flamboyant pose. Again, very nice detailing on the wings, and I just noticed that all of them have different wings. So this one has like butterfly, this one has like dragonfly wings, and if I could find the other one to do a comparison, which I don't see. No, that's not it. Okay, she's lost forever. There she is. And this one right here, I guess that's kind of the same as this one here. So maybe I'm just, a crazy person who owns a bunch of toys. But again, what do I know? So, then finally, one of the stars of the show was definitely these dragons that you get. And I got 2 of them in this set. So, they have some decent wings. Again, they're kind of skitty. But they do have some nice detail on the eyes. You can see some teeth right there. You can also see the horn and the claws. Looks like he has some pinchers. Like, he's going to pick up one of these fairies and just start ripping her guts out and just eating her. And she's going to be eaten. And then the fairy police are going to have to put up their little barriers. Oh, God, the horror. The horror. Oh, is that her? Oh, someone get her arm. It's all the way over there. Was this a person? Could a human being do this? Oh no, there are no human beings. We live in the fairy world. It was the dragon. This is just me using my imagination to immerse myself in the unicorn dreamland. But anywho, so you get 2 of these dragons, and personally, what I think they should have done instead is that they should have gotten rid of these 2 dragons and just given you one big dragon. Just one that's twice the size of this one. Just combine these 2 into a bigger, nicer, rounder, just a more decent one. Maybe not even necessarily bigger, just a little bit less thin. But anywho, so finally we're moving towards the end of this video, thank God, for my sake. We get this right here. I don't know what the hell this is. It's like a portal. I guess this is the portal into the fairy dreamland. Like, this soldier is just gonna walk in and see all the fairies, and then, oh God, it's the dragon ripping him to shreds. Oh God, the horror, the horror, the horror. Quickly, cover the crime scene with the police barriers. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this camera. I'm not used to doing the angle like this, but I wanted to try something new for you guys. But, again, we get this little... I'm just making a mess, just an absolute mess. But we get this little portal thing. It reminds me of a Minecraft nether portal, which is a very applicable analogy, because if I stepped through this and saw fairies and unicorns and dragons, I would probably think I was in hell, just me personally. And of course, we get this slide. So it has stars on it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, viewer. When me and my ex-girlfriend found this playset, and we got it because we thought it was so funny, we didn't know what this slide connected to. And I don't think it connects to anything. Like, we assume it would go to this, but, like, that's not right. Like, put a little guy on it. Okay, it worked that time because you're a good noodle, but if I put someone... Yeah, see? That's what it did the last time I did that, when I recorded this the first time, and now it's 3 in the morning, and I'm doing this all again because I hate myself. But, yeah, it's weird. It doesn't really go to anything. You can't really, you know, put it up against the bucket. It doesn't work, so I guess you gotta... I don't know. I legitimately don't know what to do with this slide. I guess I'm not imaginative enough. I guess my imagination just is not, you know, enough. I guess. But anywho, so what do I think about this playset? I think it's a decent playset for the price, and apparently you get a big, there is a bigger one that's closer around $13 to $15. I think most of those buckets have shot up in price, the bigger buckets, but for $5, I think this is a really decent bang for your buck as far as like cheapo dollar store toys go. And like I said, I really think they need to do less of these stupid fences and more fairies. I only got like 6 fairies in this whole bucket. And also maybe even less of these wings too, and put more of an emphasis on the fairy figures, because I think the fairy figures are the most standout part and the most interesting thing, at least to me, because we don't really have any other figures that are like this. We get plenty of dragons and fantasy, you know, knights, castles, stuff like that, but we don't get a whole lot of, you know, fairies. So maybe if you do like Dungeons and Dragons, this would be a really good pickup for your board. I don't play the D&D at all, surprisingly enough, but I could totally see someone using this in a game. But on top of that, inside the bucket, I just wanted to show y'all real quick. Open her up. They put this in here, which I guess is like a little backdrop, like there's a rainbow on it, and it's very pastel, Risa Frank. And it's just filler. It's just to make the bucket look like there's actually more in there when there's not. They put that in all of these buckets, and it's a little annoying. But, you know, I get why they do it. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this bucket. I thought this would be a really funny April Fool's kind of video. Like, oh, it's the manliest set of Armymen, you know, I have. Which, to be honest, this is probably like the manliest set of Armymen. Because think about it. If you're a kid on the playground and you have just your regular plain Jane soldier toy army dudes, yeah, of course you're just a regular boy. But if you come out with the fairies and the unicorns and you own it, that will make you a real man. You know, for $5, this really isn't so bad. I could totally see someone playing with this as a, like, 5-year-old girl, or even, like I said, someone who does Dungeons and Dragons, picking this up just for, like, the terrain pieces and the fairies especially. I would think that a set of just fairies would be really cool. I think they need to do more with the fairies in this than the unicorns, because I feel like toy unicorns are kind of common, but toy fairies like these right here are a little bit more interesting, at least to me. But, you know, I'm not a little girl. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for your support as well. Make sure to like and subscribe, and on top of that, make sure you go down and join the Discord. The Discord, the link is in the channel description, and I'm also going to put it in a pinned comment on this video. So definitely head over there. We have tons of fun over there. We're always talking about Armymen. I try to jump in there about every other day, if not more. But again, there's so many people in there who just love toys. I also constantly am asking for video ideas from there as well, so definitely go and check it out. But anyway, guys, I'm the Plastic Commander. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Mission accomplished. Well done, man. Pack it up. We're going home.